I hope you don't get the sickness.
My boy Kurt is a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beast dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay-at-home Disney dad.
I hope she made lots of spaghetti! Classic Disney intro with the credits first and some Lawrence Welk style music. We are off with Lady and the Tramp. Okay, is tramp still a socially acceptable word? I should look it up. Okay, a tramp is a long-term homeless person. Wow, that's a little bleak, Oxford. Okay, who decides what quantifies as long-term when it comes to the volume of homelessness? Like, oh, him, oh yeah, that's Barney. No, Barney's no tramp. He's only been on the streets since September. Ask me again in a couple of weeks. Well, we'll see where we're at. Let's check the Urban Dictionary now and see what they say a tramp is. And wow, I am not repeating that. I am not saying that. Do not look that up. I remember an old-timey Frank Sinatra song called The Lady is a Tramp, and I can't imagine that's on anyone's acceptable 2020 playlist right now. Okay, we start. The whole history of the world, there is but one thing money can't buy. The wit or wag of a dog's tail is the quote we start with. I can't type this fast. The movie is dedicated to all dogs, be them ladies or tramps. All right. Beautiful, dark, snowy streets. Love the atmosphere. As much as we complain about the snow here in Canada, there is nothing more silent than a cold, snow-covered winter street. You can't explain it. You have to experience it. It's Christmas, and a pair of male hands gives a pair of lady hands a gift, and it's a little puppy. Why do we only see these characters from the neck down? Is she the nanny from the Muppet Babies? What's going on here? Okay, the puppy animation is off the charts adorable. They name her Lady, and Lady doesn't want to sleep in her dog basket. She's like, nuh-uh, keeps trying to get back into the adult's room in the adult's bed. The dude keeps kicking Lady out of the bedroom over and over. Lady keeps trying to peek under the door now to see what's going on, and yeah, you might not want to do that, Lady. Dad might be getting his Christmas present right now. Oh, I know. Come on, that was funny. Come on. Lady is left to roam the house. Lady climbs the stairs, and time passes. Lady goes outside and meets, I guess, the tramp, who has a Scottish accent. Wait, he's a Scottish terrier? Walt, you've done it again, connecting those dots. Okay, they meet up with a dog that looks like recycled animation from Fox and Hound. That's Chief, and he's even chasing a caterpillar. This is like a Disney crossover. Even grown-up Lady's adorably animated. They keep driving home that Lady's owners are quite posh and well-to-do. The adults have perfected, and they have a perfect moment in front of the fireplace where they say aloud that everything is perfect and nothing would ever replace their dog Lady. And as I peer into the fireplace, I swear, burning behind the kindling, I can see some foreshadowing. My money is on the woman either already being or about to be pregnant. Fade to black. Tramp is all grown up now and begging at the back of an Italian restaurant where he's greeted by an Italian stereotype who laughed uncontrollably and tosses him a bone. Whoops, now we meet the tramp. Okay, that Scottish dog wasn't the tramp. I guess I should have remembered seeing the picture of the tramp on the VHS clamshell like 15 minutes ago. Whatever. The tramp sees the old-timey version of Animal Control. Tramp sees a couple friends in transit on the way to the big house and busts them out of the back of the doggy jail car. Once again, we don't see the animal control officer's face. It's like they hired a random team of animators without looking at their demo reels and figured, law of averages, at least one of them would be able to draw faces. They cannot. Lady is sad. She thinks her humans' names are Dear Jim and Darling, and that's kind of funny. Lady explains how they are suddenly distracted by something and don't pay attention to her anymore. My money is still on pregnant. There must have been a lot of Christmas Eves at that house in the recent weeks. This is about the point in those older movies where usually I passive-aggressively, hey, they showed the woman's face. Ignore what I said before. This is about the point in these old movies where, what? The woman struck Lady. She hit her dog. Okay, this is about the point in these old movies where I passive-aggressively complain that it's really slow, only to have the movies pick up the pace in the second half and completely win me over. And yes, the animal abusing lady is pregnant. Tramp predicts gloom and doom and calls babies homewreckers. Tramp says a human heart only has so much room for love and affection, and when a baby moves in, the dog moves out. Ouch! That stings. Ouch! That's accurate. Ouch! The truth. Pregnant woman sends a man out in the blizzard for watermelon and chop suey. Ah, those hormonal cravings are hilarious. Here we go. Labor time and the husband is immediately a bumbler. There is nothing in any movie or book that ever makes husbands or boyfriends into bumblers faster than when their gals go into labor. I can only imagine how much footage from this part ended up on the cutting room floor because the movie ran long. I imagine bumbling husbands spinning in circles, dropping baby bottles and running in place. And then running on him as they spin and strapping the dog into the seatbelt instead of his wife and almost driving off and leaving her. All the classic bumbler tropes. This always bugs me. This happens in every movie. And with the gender advancements and equality, no one complains about the bumbling husbands while the girl is giving birth these days. I mean, my wife and I have had 2 kids and I was dialed in for both. Like, to be fair, when she was in labor with our second kid, I accidentally called her dude, but like, I didn't drive away leaving her stranded on the curb wondering if I drove away wondering if I forgot anything. Okay, let's dial back. Baby's here and lady loves the kid, but the aunt comes to babysit and she doesn't want the dog near the baby. Oh my God, aunt has brought 2 Siamese cats and what is this? What is this song? This is offensive. Okay, I kind of remember hearing this song, like hearing the song itself, maybe in old Disney compilations, but I'm just gonna pretend this isn't happening and wait for it to end. The cats get lady into trouble and they put a muzzle on her and she escapes. She gets chased by a pack of rabid dogs and literally goes to the other side of the tracks where Tramp saves her and kicks some rabid dog ass. In case you missed that, he's from the other side of the tracks. Tramp notices that she's muzzled and you can't suck spaghetti through a muzzle, so he needs to get that off. He takes her to the zoo and suddenly we see full humans again, head to toe. What just happened? The zoo sign says no dogs, so Tramp barks at the guard, then runs and stands beside a stranger, and the guard assumes Tramp belongs to that stranger. The guard has words and they exit the scene. Tramp had a bunch of zoo friends help him get the muzzle off. We meet a beaver who whistles when he talks and I want him to die. He does chew through the strap and the muzzle comes off though. Lady and the Tramp walk down the street and I want the spaghetti scene already. Come on. I feel like a Disney fan wannabe at this point. Like I'm fake until I finally see this scene transpire. Tramp takes her to the Italian restaurant. Tramp shows the Italian owner lady and the owner yells at his cook, "Come check him out, he's got a new girlfriend." Okay, pause. New girlfriend? Am I to assume Tramp plays the field, taking girl dog after girl dog to this restaurant? That's part of his routine. That takes a little bit of the romantic shine off this upcoming scene, but I'll always remember this scene for the time I tried to make my co-host really uncomfortable on live TV and she actually called my bluff. She like Lady and the Trampet? Regardless, this spaghetti scene deserves its place in movie history. I feel better as a human being having finally experienced that in its proper context. They walk across wet cement, leaving footprints. This is really good stuff. The old-timey animation and old-timey music and classic cartoon love tropes like reflections in the water and silhouettes in the moon are forgivable here because they're probably being seen for the first time in this movie. All right, we get a little on the nose here when Lady wakes up the next morning and is like, it's morning. I shouldn't have stayed the night. Tramp tries to convince her this is the life for her, but she's still worried about the baby. Tramp is sad, but takes her home. Oh, gentlemen. They pass a chicken coop and he's like, "Hey, ever chase chickens?" And I'm torn between thinking he's actually gonna chase chickens or hoping that's some sort of dark euphemism. Nope, he begins chasing chickens for real, and a farmer tries to blow them away with a shotgun. Whee, that was fun. Tramp is a crazy person. Wait, what? Lady is missing. Is she dead? Did she get shot? I was typing and looking down. No, I think the pound picked her up. Gah! What is going on? Why can't I type fluently without looking down at the keys? I'm a 90s kid. Those stupid QWERTY keyboard tutorials we had were garbage. They didn't do anything. In the pound, we see caged dogs that look miserable and wail mournfully. Okay, they bring in Lady and lock her away with the rest. Once again, we're drowning in unnecessary new characters. If I can fault these older Disney movies, it's their constant need to drizzle in a dozen unremarkable, forgettable characters. Now we go bleak as one dog is led away to be euthanized. They begin talking about Tramp and yup, oh man, they list off a long list of former I thought I could say it. It's the only time I could correctly use the B word in a review, and I thought I could do it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull the trigger, sorry. We'll keep her PG. Anyway, yep, turns out Tramp is quite the ladies' man. Despite one of their own being dragged out and put down 3 minutes ago, they all break into song about how the Tramp is a complete tramp with a harmony section. That makes sense. The warden comes and gets Lady. Her owners have come to save her. All right, she's back safe and sound, but now she's chained to her backyard doghouse. Gonna need a bigger beaver, dear, to chew through the chains. Because last time a beaver chewed through her muzzle, bigger... Tramp returns and it's the cold shoulder, Frosty. Lady starts crying about how embarrassing it was to be in the pound. He calls her a cute trick. What? She calls him on his womanizing ways and he stammers because he's busted. What is going on with this movie? This is like something you should have to watch in grade 9 sex ed or whatever it's allowed to be called in 2020, because right here, these are some serious dating/life lessons. A giant ugly rat comes into the yard and Tramp goes into berserk mode and chases it around the yard and into the house, where he knocks over the crib and the baby falls onto the floor. The baby falls onto the floor. The baby falls onto the floor. This movie, the aunt boots out Tramp, drags Lady back inside by the chain and pushes her into the basement. The pound has been called and they come to get Tramp, claiming they've been after this one for months. Imagine being an animal control officer with so little going on in your life that you have a legitimate long-term feud with a stray animal. The parents finally come back. Hey, where are the cats? What happened to those offensive cats? They find the rat and realize Hound was actually trying to protect the baby when he tipped the crib. The Irish dog and Hound go to chase after the animal control wagon. They spook the horses and the wagon tips, not unlike the crib that the Tramp still technically tipped. The family with Lady chase after the carriage as, after the crash we see the Hound is dead. The Scottish dog wails into the night and we fade to black. What? It's like the writers were like, alright, let's wrap this up. No, wait, no one has cried yet. Quick! Character death, bam! Fade up from black. Lady and Tramp both live with the headless adults now and have puppies of their own. Hound isn't dead, just a broken leg. I swear they recycled this animation from Fox and the Hounds. The same thing happened with Chief. He had a broken leg after he was hit by a train and bounced down a rocky cliff and into the river. As you do. The Scottish Terrier has a tartan. That's great. There's suddenly 4 adult dogs and a litter of 4 puppies all just wandering around this rich people's house. Okay. We back out of the window and it's Christmas again. The Hound with a broken leg ends the movie with the quote, "It's like Uncle Old Reliable would say, well, I forget what he would say." Brilliant.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism